Hello, everyone. This is going to be a Born Again original. Um, just on Diddy and how he's like a handler of the industry, how he has a few connections. Um, he's like an initiate for these parties. Like he's someone who initiates people into the industry through they always talk about him having gay parties and whatnot. That's where you're going to find these initiations happening, right? So we're going to start him with basically being a handler for Cassie, and then we'll go on to the next topic. Yeah, here we go.
That white woman was coming down the escalator. Yeah, he was in that man's house and he saw that man's wife. It was like this. I was watching Puff. And nigga Puff was looking up there. He saw this white woman. It was bottles on bottles on bottles around. It was lit. Puff jumped out. Me and Cassie sat next to each other. My wife right here, Cassie right here. The nigga jumped off the bar, came over and said, yo, Cassie, tomorrow, I want you to shave the side of your head. And I was like, what the fuck kind of request is that? So I'm like, what the fuck? So when I look up there, this white woman's side of her head was shaved, my nigga. And the bitch looked good with it. So I was looking at Cassie. I was like, you're not about to do that, are you? She said, well, I mean, whatever show I want, so I'm going to do. Scarf.
Yeah, so she's basically sold herself out to him. She follows everything that he does because he's a handler of hers at the time. You get handlers in the industry. You get people that tell you what to do. You sign contracts. They have control over your money and all that. I believe that's what was going on with her during this time. So for the next clip, we're going to talk about how the game used to run around with Diddy before the fame. And so the game was actually a former male stripper. So this gives more indications that they were doing stuff together. Also, Diddy said that he said, you should be with Dr. Dre, is what he said to the game. So Dr. Dre is rumored to also be a homosexual. Whatever. So it could have been like these two higher ups in the industry passing off their it's like almost like prostitution if you really think about it. It's like passing off their act or whatever, like passing off one person to the other, selling a person type deal. He said that's what I kind of got from it, the kind of vibes I got. Or the feeling I got, I should say. That's the feeling I got from it, was that they're basically, the game was being sold off to Dr. Dre. But I could be wrong. I'll let you guys decide for yourself. So I don't know how much of this video we're going to watch, but the game reveals how Diddy made him a boy toy and halted his career. So that's odd. And especially with all the stuff coming out now, he is in fact a homosexual who was doing parties. He was essentially, like, I don't know if he was touching minors, but he could have been. I haven't really completely looked at the case itself, but he was involved in some very heavy stuff. His place is getting raided. That's not for no reason. Here we go. And it just gives more that there's more going on behind the scenes than we think with these connections.
Wasn't Puffy interested in working with you also?
Yeah, Puff. I was running around with Puff for a minute, but we was just partying, man. Puff liked to party. I started kicking it with Diddy, right? I ran around with Diddy for 2 years, damn near. And this nigga Diddy, we never went to the studio one time, but he was like, yo, I fuck with your demo.
It seems like Diddy just can't.
It just seems like Diddy, because, the game is rumored to be a former male stripper. It makes a lot of sense. He would be running around Diddy for 2 years, not even making music. What are they doing? They're dating or something, probably, is what I would assume. That's just like a weird instance I found. So from that, we're going to move on to Machine Gun Kelly before and after Diddy. So we're going to halt for a moment. So Machine Gun Kelly, we see... This is back when he was before Diddy, I assume. Maybe just after he signed to Diddy. 2010. Right, this is what I remember Machine Gun Kelly looking like when he first came out. Or like a gangster, like a guy straight from Cleveland, I guess. Cleveland City Wild Boy, I think that was one of his lyrics. So we got this guy who's a gangster, like I said multiple times. He turns into this. He went from a gangster to a man who wears bunny ears and dresses like a woman, right? Like, I know Diddy would have been early on in his career, and as you can see, it's dualism, symbolism, all that. He worships the devil, clearly, but you can see that he took on a more androgynous approach to dressing, and sorry, cat wanted androgynous point of dressing. Like, he wants to be viewed as probably Baphomet, is what I'm getting, or to actually feminize men in general. So I thought that was interesting, that Machine Gun Kelly had that P. Diddy connection as well early on in his career, and he turned out to end up dressing like a homosexual. He dresses in like gimp clothing, which is quite odd as well. I'll try to find it for you. I couldn't find the photo I was referencing, so we're gonna move on to like just the next topic in this video for Diddy. So we have P. Diddy and Meek Mill. Him calling Meek Mill daddy. So you can see, like, it's just obviously something going on here.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. Yeah. My first thought.
Like, that's just really odd. I'm not gonna call one of my homies, or my homies, I don't say that. One of my friends' daddy. I'm not gonna do that, simply. Not gonna call him daddy. I don't know what type of relationship they're in, but I just think they're probably more than friends. So we're gonna move on to the next one. So we got a teenaged Usher living with Puff Daddy as a teen. Teenaged? Oh man. We got a teenage Usher living with Puff Daddy. Obviously as a teen, like I said. We're gonna get into it.
I moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you
New
over
York
to
City.
something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn some...
Like, that is so odd. They had a 13-year-old living with a 21-year-old. And if you think about how Usher's very far in the industry now, it was because he was handled. As a young age, to keep people within the industry. If you do these certain rituals, you spend time with certain people, you get certain connections, you move on to the higher ups. There's another video of Usher I'll find for you guys.
Yeah, that's what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's
In the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgy like nonstop, right?
No, not really.
Come on.
But hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand.
The lifestyle is quite odd. He went and saw it. Okay, anyway, we're going to move on. I got to stop making promises. Couldn't find the clip I wanted, but we got Justin Bieber looking very nervous around Diddy, and then we're going to end it off with like a compilation of like his suspect moments, and I'll just narrate it for you guys. Here we go.
Yeah, so as soon as you turn 16, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you rock this every time you come to LA. Yeah, this will be yours. So every time you come to LA, it's a little dusty, but you know. Who did the first shot in this?
Man.
Minute.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna be driving this next year.
Yeah, when you get 16, you come down, you gotta, wear your seat.
I mean, I'm 15. You could ride in the passenger seat. I got my permit.
And I'm looking at these comments. Poor Justin. Diddy took Usher. Usher took Justin. Sick industry. That is actually a true, fair point. Usher and I don't know who else had a bidding war over him, but Usher had a bidding war over him. And I think that he ultimately signed with Usher, wasn't it? That's crazy. That is crazy. And it just shows how the chain just keeps going for abuse news people.
Not yet.
No.
All right, 16.
You're not ready.
16.
Let's slow down. Let's slow down, Justin.
Okay.
And slow down, okay?
One step at a time.
But yeah, the keys is yours when you get 16. You good to go.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
All right.
Then, when you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
Okay, I get the mansion.
Yeah.
So where are we off to now?
Where'd you like to go?
I mean, wherever you want to go. Where are we going?
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives.
48 hours. I thought that was a murder show. Like a show about where they don't solve in 48 hours. It's like a cold case or something.
Where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. I have been given custody of him. He signed up.
Anyway, you know what I mean. Like, this is sketchy stuff. We're gonna move on to sus moments. We'll scroll YouTube together. Why not? This is the one I was looking at. Shout out to the Spam King. Shout out to the Spam King. Much appreciated uploading this. Cool. Thanks for putting these stuff together. This is 2 years old, so like this is not new stuff. Birdman is also the person who initiated Lil Wayne into like homosexuality and stuff. He's pretty gay. There's a guy named Starship or whatever. He was like, Birdman effed me in the ass, or the he sodomized him. Is basically what I'm trying to get at. For the deal. And so that's pretty much the gist of it. Birdman is well known, as well as Diddy. So it's not a surprise they would be hanging out together.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work.
It's enough.
Yeah.
I get it. You got it.
You look beautiful. It was a great move.
Gay.
Yeah, Mr. Lee. Yeah, I love this drink. Where you put my bag? I like when you like this, Daddy. Yeah, where you put my bag? Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit. No, I got like that.
I'll be practicing. I got
that. Hello? You just talk on. That's such a weird thing to say. This is so crazy.
Look back on where I became.
Did you miss me though? For real? Because it seems like a thing.
I miss
his birthday party,
man.
Man, but I'm talking about for your birthday.
Huh?
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
Why won't you party with me for my birthday, man? What is this? Okay, I gotta stop cracking up. I gotta stop laughing at this. This is ridiculous.
We partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party, you know what I'm saying? So it was the end of the night and then my family reunion to vibrations. So if I make it out tonight, I just got new albums. It's such a vibe. Yo, Toronto, we come to you. Building. Hey, yo. This guy right here, one of the hip-hop entrepreneur, young legends. He's in my gang. He gets money. Yes, he does.
Yes.
Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow.
Wow. This is amazing.
We are the United States. Hey, yo, can't nobody with me, nigga.
As far as like, whereas that, if I could say this, like, you have a girl being sexual to this one guy, maybe going down on him. And he's back there rolling his eyes, he hiding the mother, and when he put his head down, there's one of them white boys sucking on him.
Oh.
You understand? That has happened. You understand what I'm saying? Then you got these guys who, they go into these Turkish houses. Once you get to that door, you don't go back in there. But you know what they do in them Turkish houses. Well, you can assume what they do, quote unquote, in those Turkish.
Was Puffy really a fun boy?
listen.
Which makes sense why he would change his alias all the time too, if he was like trying to change his, name so people would try to reference him in legal documents. It'd get confusing maybe a little bit.
I never seen him in the act with another man alone. Now, he's that type of dude, he'll take his baby mama with you and your girlfriend and your mans in them, and they'll go out and they do all kind of freaky shit with each other together. You know what I'm saying? The only fun boy shit that I ever seen him do, we was in one of those exotic shops. Yo, I'm gonna turn this shit out, because this shit was funny. We was in Atlanta. We go to those exotic shops where you get all kind of, like, they buy oils, dildos, spooky. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? All kind of shit. So they would just give him a brown paper bag, and they wouldn't even. He'd never put his shit out on the counter when we get ready to take it out. He would always just give a man a wad of money. So they just thought it was cool. So they'll give him a brown bag. He'll go through that. So one day I was walking down the aisle with him, and so then he just stopped. And he just started picking this shit up off the aisle. And he was getting, he went up there like several times just getting shit down. And so then I pinned in on what he was, where he was getting it from. And because I was just staying a couple of feet behind him. So when I went by, I looked up. I said, yo. And I seen the shit up there that said butt plugs. And I said, yo, my man, what'd you get this shit for? And the nigga said, yo, on everything I love, man. He said, yo, Rec, he said, yo, can I do my shopping by myself? Yo, hold on. I'm with the shit. We love.
Yeah, okay, so that's quite interesting. So that's just pretty much confirming Diddy is a homosexual. Fair enough. We're going to go on to just a famous clip people say doesn't make sense. And then we're going to go on to... just his allegations in general, and then end the video off. This is the clip people thought was interesting. I've seen it on many YouTube channels, so I thought I would include it in this video.
We want to thank you. Come here. Don't sit on the bed at night. No homo. No, just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close. But it's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it. You did. No. I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed. Shout out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna, if we can, let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not. I don't want my shot to even, I don't want it to come close to the bed at all. Usher look like he fresh off a goddamn plane. Usher fresh off the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, damn, pause, but like that's how. Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. Yo, what the fuck did Puff just say? Nobody's gonna acknowledge this for me. Puff just said we used to wrestle.
He said he used to wrestle over Frosted Flakes. So, Puff Daddy was 21 when Usher moved into his house. Why was he in bed with a 13-year-old? Interesting. So we're going to look at the allegations now. So let's read this article together. Sean Combs, get into the stuff Ray did. Cassie accused him of rape, or, whatever. Accused him of sexual violence and sex trafficking, which is exactly what I kind of came to mind with the Game situation, how the Game said, Diddy said he should be with Dr. Dre. That kind of seemed like a trafficking situation to me. Forced her to have sex with male prostitutes. And used his powerful network to keep her trapped in their relationship. MK Ultra handler. Physical violence and revenge porn. That's crazy. And this is all what a lot of celebrities have to go through anyway, and they can't even speak out. Like, think about how many celebrities are still stuck dealing with this type of thing. From managers, and like Kesha dealt with it as well. A number of people have dealt with it. So it just proves that Debbie is a handler. A handler for the industry. An initiate. Someone who figures out who's good for the industry, who will do what to get where, and who will partake in the rituals, who will, I guess, more so compromise themselves and their standards for themselves. And so that can be like a way of selling their soul by compromising your beliefs, right? Something you hold really close to yourself. All right, anyway, you guys, I just want to thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll catch you probably on Easter Monday. I'll upload a little video for you guys. Something to do with the resurrection, I'm sure. But thanks for watching again, and I will see you next week. If I don't make that video Monday, I'll be on my regular upload days of Thursday and Friday. Until then, bye for now, guys. God bless.